Okay, let's go.
This is going to be current situation you're in, a little bit of advice and potential outcome here for you. So we'll start with the situation. All right, so we have the Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So 5, 5, right? So fives are about conflict. Okay, they're kind of the hard part of the journey, right? If you think of 1 as the beginning and 10 as the ending, 5 is straight in the middle. Okay, you've gained some knowledge, right? You've made some choices, you've grown, you had stability, and now conflict, right? Almost like the climax of a movie or a book, okay? That thing has happened. And with the Hierophant here, it's learning that lesson so that we can move forward. So you have the Devil, Temperance, and Strength. So, right, you have 4 major arcana, which means this is a big phase in your life here. Lots of lessons, change. Okay, and something here with this sadness or this conflict, right, has you feeling kind of like a prisoner with the Devil. Something that you're really attached to. Something that could even be tempting or hard to move through because it does feel like a part of you, right? It could be part of your shadow self. This can also be a card of addiction. And so finding that balance here, and even with the T, it kind of gives like a healing sense, right? We have this chakra picture back here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so this person is working on healing themselves. This can also be a card of, divine protection and guidance. So to say that, even though this all feels hard and you're kind of at a challenging point, right, you do have support. And there's also freedom. Temperance is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius are all about freedom. So kind of, it's interesting with the Devil, in this card, they're in chains, and we're breaking free from that, into freedom. Or if you break away from that, there's freedom. And look at how they each have their hand inside the other person. It's kind of weird. It's like a soul tie, right? Or kind of somebody just really gut-wrenching, reaching into like the depths of your soul, right? But there's this call for healing. And then you have the Strength card. So again, whether it's because it's just a strong challenge or letting you know that you have to rely on your inner strength here, or the places that you don't feel strong, knowing that you are, could even be support from family that can help you with this strength. This kind of grandmotherly figure here, she's wearing red, right? So thinking about our roots, even ancestry, okay, relative support system. Where do we feel at home? Who can we rely on for this healing period? The 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands, right, is about things moving quickly. It is about back and forth communication. And I'm not 100% sure, but like I do get the sense with this 8 here, travel, right, moving forward. So if you need to leave a situation, perhaps it's guiding you to do that. You may need to communicate that, right? We have the blue of the throat chakra and the yellow here of the solar plexus. So like communicating for your own power, for your own sense of self. What do you have to communicate about others? Like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to do it swiftly. I'm strong enough to do this because I need to heal. So you did have the 9 of Cups come out, right? We're in the advice. Now this could be about, going towards what makes you happy. It did kind of come out in the reverse though. And I did say I wasn't going to read reversals. If I didn't say that to you, I said it to myself. Something here about even as things are moving quickly and you're communicating, there's also some advice to not overindulge yourself in something. Which with the Devil, right, that could be addiction or temptation here too. What other advice? Okay. So a lot of the cards were going on the floor. A lot of cards were just like popping out, falling out, right, which can really indicate thoughts, right? Lots of overthinking. And then 2 swords came out. And swords are all about, our thoughts, our ideas, communication. Okay, what's going on in our brain. So there is some indecisiveness coming out. The 2 of Swords was initially out in reversed, right? So there's something about making a decision, right? You haven't quite got there yet. So it could be this decision about leaving. You are wanting to kind of be hasty, right? And really rush to make a decision. And we are in advice. I forgot. So these 2 cards are real quick moving. So I do feel like the advice here is to move quickly on something, okay? So not to put any undue pressure on yourself, but really moving quickly. Also, again, it could be really communicating this. Yeah, you have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So really needing to close out a cycle, really needing to move things forward, right, for your kind of highest good. finding more advice on how to move forward. Another 10. So that really something has to come to an end. So this could be different for you know, different people that I'm talking to, but we have to find a way to make that decision to move forward and just end things from the past. Okay, or end kind of this heavy cycle that we're in. So here too, this is an interesting 10 of Swords. It's a teddy bear with all the swords in, right? And then we have a little leaf kind of growing out of the teddy bear. So it could be an end to something that used to offer you a lot of comfort. Okay, if we look at that teddy bear as kind of like a comforting, like emotional blanket sort of item, right? Putting an end to that. So this could be something that has not served you, right? But you've kind of continued to cling to it because it is your security in some sort of way, even if it's something that is, you know, potentially not great for you. And then we have the Emperor and the Magician, okay? And again, lots of major arcana here. This is a big deal. It's funny because 4 and 1, right, add up to 5 as well. But really, this is about your own personal power, right? And your ability to have authority in your own life, okay? And then kind of rewrite the book. Okay, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And knowing that you are capable of doing it as long as you're kind of in that authority power, right? The only authority in your life is you. So you can allow people to dictate what you do, right? This devil, this comfort, you know, that could be family, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, a way of being. It could even be like we talked about with the devil, substances, right? That make you feel comforted. Lost my train of thought, but you can allow things like that to dictate where you go, but really having that authority, that logical mind, and knowing that you are able to do this and move forward. And let's just get one final one on potential outcome for you. If you can kind of stand your ground and kind of get through this. It's a lesson, right? So recognizing what you're going to learn from this instead of kind of dwelling in the negative aspects of it is really going to help you move through it faster. 8 of Pentacles. So, I mean, this could lead to employment, right? It could lead to your life's purpose. This could just say that it will be a continued work, something to work on. I think the outcome too here, especially with the Magician preceding the 8 of Pentacles, 8 can be about manifestation, right? So being in that power, creating what you want, right, can really lead to that manifestation. It could be a restoration of relationships. Yeah, the 7 of Swords. To make it clarity on, 7 of Swords can really be about deception, right? Having something stolen from you potentially. We have a mask here. There could be some self-deception. It can also be about being strategic. So let me pull one more on that. 7 of Swords as an outcome. You know, this person is on the phone. They're in a phone booth. And the stolen swords and the mask are outside. So there is some separation there from that. So this could be something. She has one sword with her. And she's making this phone call. So that could be potentially like starting something new. Having a new idea. Maybe leaving the mask behind. Okay, then we have the 6 of Swords and the King of Swords. So yeah, if we go with this, like leaving something behind, like there's even like this travel here, right? She's making this call. She's left the deception. She's left the mask outside of this communication. And then we have the 6 of Swords. So really indicating like leaving that ickiness behind, right? Also, if we think about you being in 5 conflict, 6 of Swords says we're moving past that, right, into something better. 6 is the healing phase of that. And then you have the King of Swords, which means that you're going to master something, right? You'll be the master, you know, communication, thoughts. But I think whatever the situation is, right, you've gone from conflict to king, who, you know, is kind of like the top god. God? Wow, that's not what I meant to say. The top dog. Okay, so having overcome is kind of what I was getting at. All right, I hope that helps. Take care.